makes someone a narcissist? People tend to throw that word around often. Like if someone breathes the wrong way, they're being called a narcissist. But there's 9 specific criteria that we therapists use to actually diagnose someone with a narcissistic personality disorder. So if you believe that you or someone that you know is a narcissist, stick around for this video. Here are 9 of the traits that someone would need to be considered for NPD, and they only need 5 of the 9, so get your pen and paper and start writing down the ones that feel familiar. Number 1 on the list. Narcissists are exploitative. Simply put, they take advantage of others. More importantly, they do this to meet their own needs. So they'll do things like use you without caring that it's breaking you in the process. They won't care that they tend to make you feel little as long as it can prove that they are right or the better person. Number 2, they lack empathy. Narcissists will refuse to put themselves in your shoes. Oh, I hurt you? Get over it. Or you're going through something? Well, so am I. It's not that they struggle to empathize, they are simply unwilling to recognize the emotions and needs of others. Number 3, they have a grandiose sense of self. Even though they're inconsiderate and step on people to get what they want, they still believe they're great. This can look like victimizing themselves. What did I do? How could you be mad at me? Whatever I've done to you, you should get over it. Regardless of what they do to you, you still have to love them. They also just be lying. They'll exaggerate their achievements or the things that they've done for you because in their head, they genuinely believe that they're just that great. Either way, their goal is to be recognized as superior. Number 4, they need excessive admiration. They need to feel admired, and this doesn't always look like, oh, tell me I'm pretty. Covert narcissists might lie and exaggerate stories, anything to get you to side with them, anything to seem admirable. And if they don't do this to you, they may do this in the presence of others. An overt narcissist will just skip all the lying and talking in circles and adding stuff to the stories. They'll just flat out expect people to fuck with them, regardless of who they are. Just, y'all need to fuck with me. If you want to know the difference between a covert narcissist and an overt narcissist, click the link in my bio to get the ebook. Because narcissists present in different ways, so knowing the type of narcissist that you are involved with is just as important as watching this video. Number 5, they believe that they're special. Narcissists do not believe that you really get them. No matter how much you let them know that you love them or are there for them, they just will never believe that you could really relate. Because deep down, they believe that they're better than you. So how could you possibly relate? They only believe that they could be understood by important people. If you have something to complain about, they'll automatically be like, of course they do. Of course they're complaining. They just don't get me. They can never get me. They also only respect people that they believe are better than them. So if you're dealing with a narcissist and they don't respect you, it may be because they believe you're not special enough. Number 6, they are preoccupied with fantasies. This one might be hard to identify on the outside, but they pretty much live in delusion. They can be so delusional that they'll completely ignore the fact that everyone around them is like, hey, you're a little toxic. Can you stop now? They genuinely just dwell in the idea of having power and brilliance and just knowing it all. So despite the chaos that they create on the outside world, they still think they're the GOAT. Number 7, they are envious. I always say at the core of a narcissist is insecurity. The only reason why an individual would have to have a grandiose sense of self is if their identity was threatened at one point. So basically putting themselves first is a defense mechanism. With that being said, because of their insecure identity, they tend to envy people. So if they're giving you a tough time, they most likely envy you too. And I know in your mind, you're thinking, well, I don't have anything that they should envy me for. But since they live in a fantasy, in their mind, they've already come up with 100 reasons why they should. Number 8, they are extremely entitled. Narcissists usually have unreasonable expectations and they expect you to meet them. If they tell you to do something, you're best to do it. If you refuse to behave how they expect, this is when we see manipulation start to come in. They'll either gaslight you into doing it or they'll shame, neglect, or avoid you for not doing it. You'll pretty much get punished for not being how they want you to be. And last but not least, they are simply just arrogant. No matter what they do, how they behave, how inconsiderate they may be, they still believe they are that guy. If you haven't already, click the link in my bio to get the ebook on narcissists, types of narcissists, how to deal with them in relationships, all that. Do your homework, y'all. Stay safe out there and follow me for more therapy content. Okay, love you. Bye.